So I did this independent research survey. I asked random groups of people, what are the first two words you think of when you think of chiropractic? And unanimously, I got pain and crack. Well, first off, cracking is for eggs. Chiropractors adjust. And secondly, pain, I care about your pain. But as a chiropractor, I care more about the cause of your pain. I think something just fell off. Okay. And frankly, you know what? I am not good at running a pain clinic, but I am good at adjusting people to a higher quality of life. Because when I was 10 years old, I was told that I was going to get severe diabetes and early onset rheumatoid arthritis because it ran in my family. It was genetically predicted that I was going to spend the rest of my days suffering with crippled fingers and toes and having to inject insulin into my body every single day just so I could stay alive. And when both my aunts passed away at the age of 50 from these debilitating diseases, I realized, you know what, if there was any hope for me, I needed to do something different. And so I began to commit to what has become a lifelong journey now, studying how to live as healthy as possible. And along the way, I discovered chiropractic. And it became my calling to help as many people as I could get well from above down, inside out, without drugs and surgery. So flash forward to today, and I can tell you, I don't have diabetes, nor rheumatoid arthritis. I'm functioning healthier than ever, and it turns out there is a better way, for me and for you. My goal is that you will be moved to do one thing better today, so you can have more energy, less stress, deeper rest, and ultimately strengthen your health from wherever you're at. Sound good? Okay. Because the reality is that we've been conditioned to be inactive when it comes to our health, meaning if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And if I feel good, I must be healthy, and if I don't feel good, maybe I'm sick. And we respond only in a time of crisis, and usually we're looking for a quick fix. Most commonly, we're taking a medication or non-prescription medication, just trying to cover up the symptoms, just so we can press on with life, allowing these small problems to become big problems. And now now what's happening is that we're facing a rise in healthcare crises like asthma, allergies, diabetes, obesity, cancer, heart disease, infertility, Alzheimer's, depression, and suicide. In fact, right now, 1 out of 2 people in this room is expected at some point in their life to get cancer. A third of the people in this room is expected to get heart disease. And the American Medical Association is now saying the last 13 years of our lives we're expected to be suffering from a debilitating chronic disease. I don't think it has to be that way. You are created to be fully alive, from above down, inside out. You're not created to be sick or diseased. You know, you have an amazing healing power inside of your body, inside of your nervous system, which controls and coordinates every function of your body. For your body to breathe, digest, for a cut on your leg to heal, for it to move properly. So as long as your brain can get a signal through your spinal cord to every single nerve, tissue, and cell and back up again, your body can actually do what it's designed and programmed to do. That's health. But because of stresses that we face, like chemical, mental, emotional stress, that can put pressure on your nerve system, and now your body can't do what it's designed and programmed to do. And eventually you go from dis-ease to disease. Let me give you an example. Let's just say you're really stressed because you got this PowHERhouse talk thing going on, and you got a deadline because you got to come under 9 minutes, and you got this posture going on. Well, what's the first thing that happens is your spine starts to wear out. It's a tethering stress on your spinal cord, and now your nervous system that controls everything is stressed. So with all of that going on, do you think you'd have more stress hormone being produced or less? More. Well, guess what stress hormone's made out of? Sugar and fat. So here's what happens. Your body is under stress because your nervous system controls everything as stress. It increases the stress hormone, which produces the need for cravings of sugar and fat. So what's your comfort food when you're stressed? Apple or chocolate cake? Chocolate cake every time. Why? Because your body needs the sugar and it needs the fat. I guarantee you there's no one in this room that would ever say, I'm so stressed out. If only I had a celery stick, I'd be okay. No one's ever said that, but you always say you need chocolate cake. And that's funny, but here's how it plays out in a not so funny way, is with our kids. Because what's the number one national health concern our kids have been facing in the last 5 years? Obesity. In the last 5 years, what is the one advanced technology that they have in their hands? So what does their posture look like? Right? So here's how that plays out. There's tension in your spinal cord, creating nervous system tension, increasing stress hormone that's being produced. And so there's the perpetual need for sugar and fat. Do you see how it is so hard to make these healthy food choices? Do you see how this contributes to why we're having an epidemic of obesity? And if this doesn't get corrected, leads to diabetes, where 1 in 4 children is expected to be diabetic. You know, that's just one of the side byproducts of having poor posture. There's many others, and there's many other factors at play, but it's one of the reasons why we help so many kids avoid going down a needless road of pain and suffering. Because when chiropractors change the physiology in your spine and nervous system, we change the physiology of your health gets better. And when it's a child's health that's involved, that's generational. That is the better way. What does a day in a better way look like? Can you imagine you wake up and you're fully refreshed and you've got a greater sense of purpose in your life? And to take care of your soul, you do some prayer or meditation, journaling, art, maybe listen to some inspiring music. To take care of your body, you have your detox, lemon drink, some exercise, and maybe sit down to a platter of local organic foods. And for your mind, you're off to your dream job or activity where you get the privilege to make a powerful impact on the world today. You're completely content with who you are. You're not comparing yourself to someone else. And even though you got stress, your coping ability is so much better because your function capabilities is so much higher because you've been taking care of your health, and that includes your chiropractic care. And as you wind down with a great book, like A Better Way, and a cup of tea, you kiss all that you love goodnight, and you go to bed knowing you're deeply loved, highly favored, and richly blessed. How's that sound? Pretty good, hey? It's not too complicated. It's just about taking one step and doing that one thing, and then that one thing becomes 2 things, and before you know it, you're on your way to a better way. And lastly, I want to share with you is that nothing I say will matter or even be sustainable unless you have a reason for why you want to be healthy. You know, initially my why was based out of fear. But now it's so much bigger than that. You know, when you scratch the surface, when you ask yourself, what is the one thing that is the most important to you in your life? Your health? Yeah, I agree. But if you dig a little deeper, what would you say? Relationships. Because I believe that we're all wired to love and be loved. So the reason why you want to be healthy is so you can be who you're called to be. Do what you're called to do from the depths of the love that's inside you. My ask is that boldly buy my book. It's a simple guide to abundant health. And secondly, for accountability, email me at drjody@newhopechiropractic.ca and tell me the one thing that you're going to do that's going to be on your way to a better way. And that might be you're going to get up earlier in the morning. That might be that you're going to commit to a routine of exercise. Or it might just be you're going to connect with other people that you're afraid to connect with, right? Just don't wait. A wise man told me that procrastination is the thief of health. You are created to be fully alive. It's not too late. There is a better way, and the best is yet to come. Thank you.